Shadoo-ba-doo-wah, shadoo-ba-doo-wah, a scoo-ba-doo-wah, a scoo-ba-doo-wah, a shoo-ba-doo-wah, a shoo-ba-doo-wah, a shoo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-wah. It's Craft Club, Craft Club. We're all gonna craft because it's Craft Club. You will craft, and I will craft, and we'll all craft because it's shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba. Craft Club's ta-da! Ooh! A little bit of jazz. A little bit of jazz for the middle of your day. How are you all? Or morning of your day? I don't know. I'm in the middle of my day. I do like to say, oh, I am off frame. I'm gonna move this. Look at this. Now I feel better. It's a little bit more straighter. It's not. It's a little bit more gayer. Hi, everyone. Pops, Honey Bear, Kevin. How are y'all? I left the house today and I have already returned. I was only out for like 2 hours or so. Do you ever feel like you go out and it's like, people are like, it's all mental, right? Like you have to like, it's what you believe, it's your thoughts. And then you go out and you're like, no, I think it's just that people are dumb. Because like for instance, I'm like driving, right? And then these cars are swerving all over the place. And I'm like, are they texting on their goddamn phones and driving so poorly? And then you drive up close to them. And of course they were texting. And I'm like, I wish the world could just surprise me. I don't know what the surprise would be. Like, like are they like not paying attention? Okay, this is a weird conversation. I'm just gonna get into it because okay, first of all, very important news. Summer Craft Club did in fact get me to the next level. I don't know if you are seeing an ad on this, if I'm getting money for that. We don't know that yet. But we do know that I did make the 3,000 hours, thank you. I already have like 147 hours into my 4,000 hour journey. 4,000 is when I think I do get ads revenue. Sorry, I'm obviously very tired today. I'm like, talk, Kevin, talk. So the goal was reached. I believe with the amount of Craft Club summer camps left, I will get to 4,000 by the end of this month. I believe that. Do you believe that? Do we all believe that together? Can we believe that together? Because if you are seeing ads, YouTube should not be making that ad money. I should be making that ad money. But let's go to the Q&A. I'm frantic today. I'm chaotic. Listen, I went outside and I was disappointed by society. And Wednesday, I'm filming this on a Wednesday. Usually like I stay in on Wednesdays and I'm like, you know, some days you just need to hibernate. But I've been more and more like, you know, you're not necessarily safe in your house, right? But I think it's not so much about safety. I think it's more about being annoyed by society. Okay, y'all sent me questions. This is the Q&A portion of Craft Club. I hope you've been enjoying summer camp because I have. I've been enjoying making all of the crafts and stuff. It was a lot of fun. So I hope you're enjoying it. I love your comments. Thank you for watching. And please keep watching because maybe I could get to 4,000 by the end of, this summer. That would be crazy. And then I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means I start making like a penny or two a video because my viewership here isn't growing, which is not to say anything good or bad. I have a consistent 300 people. If 300 people, as I say, sat in a black box theater of 300 seats, we'd be sold out. If it was in a stadium, I would cancel the show. Okay, let's go to your questions. Let's see. Heart of Yarn has a bunch of questions. How many languages do you know? I know English, and I was forced to learn French in the Canadian school system, but I speak very little. Although the last time I went to Paris, which over a decade ago, I was okay. Like I could order food and stuff like that. So, but let's just say one language. How many work in progresses do you have? I cannot have work in progresses except one. Like the thing that I'm working on right now is the thing that I'm doing. Like I have to finish the project. I cannot just give up or whatever. So right now, y'all recognize this sweater. I am giving it to my mom, but I added some to the bottom here, as you see. This is the top here. And so I'm just retrimming it now. So this is my work in progress currently, but I go one by one. Can't do more than one. How do you feel about the Woobles? A suggestion for the Holiday Craft Club is the Advent calendar from Woobles. Is it Woobles or Wobbles? They did one last year and they would probably do it this year too. I believe they've commented on my videos before, but I don't know them. So if the Wobbles are out there or the Woobles are out there, that would be fun. Although if you do an Advent calendar, like I don't think I could crochet a stuffed animal a day. So I don't really know what it is, but obviously I'm open to trying anything right now. And yeah, get in touch, Wobbles. Have you ever crocheted a pride flag? I crocheted a pride sweater, but I've not crocheted a pride flag because I don't know where I would display it necessarily. You know, I live in a condo, you know. I could put it out in the window because my neighbor actually has a rainbow flag out their window right now. So we identify each other through each other's windows. But no, I've not made one. So potentially, would you make a P.O. box so fans can send you packages, letters, gifts? I've thought about that too. I definitely am open to it. I would have to look into it. There was a moment where I was like, maybe I should be doing everything through P.O. box because I am very private. But I never did it. I think I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's kind of expensive. And then like, how many packages or letters would I actually get? And is it worth it? But maybe around the holidays? If y'all want to send me stuff, no, please don't. I'm also like anti-stuff. Like my apartment, y'all have seen usually like when I move the camera, you'll see there's nothing in this condo and that's by choice. Like I'm kind of anti-stuff, except yarn, obviously. Although even then I'm like trying to consolidate, like I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm not gonna use this yarn, I have to give this yarn away. I'm gonna use this yarn, this is just odds and ends, I have to throw this away. Like I am consolidating my yarn currently right now. Have you met any celebrities? Are there any celebrities you want to meet? I've met a ton of celebrities in my life. It means nothing to me. I think I just grew up with them, so celebrities are just humans to me, and I think especially now, so many of them are so cowardly and not speaking out about things in the world that I think matter or standing up for things that celebrity means nothing and it doesn't shock me. I think the only person that like I grew up, like my diva growing up was Celine Dion, and I've seen her in concert, but I've never met her. So if I met her, like imagine if I could crochet a sweater for her. That would be a dream. So Celine, if you're watching, if you're one of the 300, let's see, would you make an avatar logo for your channel? Yes, but I don't know how to make it and I wouldn't want to burden anybody with that. I would have to pay somebody to do that for sure. By choice, I would want to pay somebody and I don't have the money for that. So I'm just giving it, you know, like a little, you know, just a little face right now, I think. I think it's an umbrella, right? It's me in the umbrella picture. So I'm just doing pictures right now, etc. Okay, let's see. Who else do we got? Tommy Lena 17 or Tom Ia Lena 17 or To Maya Lena 17. What television shows were you on? My favorite, the next question is, who are your favorite YouTube creators to watch? The television show that I was on the most, 3 seasons of, was a show called Dickinson. It's on Apple TV. It's about Emily Dickinson, but it's like current and she's horny. And I think it's still up there. I mean, I still get residuals. If you have Apple TV, you can check it out. I appear in episode 3 and beyond. I say that because people sometimes shut it off in episode 1. They say, oh, I watched it. And I'm like, they don't recognize me, but I'm the only like Asian person in it. So I'm like, then you didn't watch it very far if you didn't recognize me. And let's see, as a child, I was in a bunch. I was in Lamb Chop's Play Along. I may have been a part of your childhood if you're a millennial. I was in a season of Lamb Chop's Play Along. I was not in The Song That Never Ends, so that's not the Asian guy I was, but I was in other parts. I was like in musical numbers. Let's see, what other TV shows are in? And then some just random ones. But those are the 2 big ones that I was on. Let's see. Who are your favorite YouTube creators to watch? I like Mr. Carrington. He's British, he shops. It's very low key. I feel no anxiety watching that. I'm not scared of what's gonna happen. And that's what I need right now. I watch that and I watch Girl with the Dog, and then I watch Hassan Piker and the Firan podcast. But usually I just turn on, Mr. Carrington, because he's going around stores and buying things. And I don't like things, but I like to look at things. So I often wonder like where he puts all of his stuff, but he's probably the main person I'm watching right now. And then I do yoga with Adrienne just for my nightly yoga. Do y'all do yoga with Adrienne? With her dog Benji? Love it. Okay. So let's see if there's more questions. For your Q&A, I would love to know the story behind the beautifully gold-framed power plug outlets. This one? Yeah, this is a wall mount for a television, but that's the window that I look at. And I don't want to look at a wall with a TV when I can look out and see sky. Like, I get it, but I think people, like, view is more important than to me, right? So I was like, I'm going to put the chair there. My TV's over here. It's just like randomly in front of a window. But I was looking for a picture to cover it, but you know, it's very specific, right? Like it's gonna be in every shot, it's gonna be, and I was like, you know, it'd just be funny is just get a frame and frame it. It was just me being sarcastic and being like, why? I mean, yes, but then you have to do it. You have to put the TV here and I'm not gonna do it, okay? And then the other question is, and would love the story behind the and have you jazzed up your fake Vine privacy screen on your balcony yet? No. It's fallen down a few times, so I've re-taped it and put it up. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time already. What is your favorite color? I'm not sure. I don't really have a favorite color. I like bright colors though. Definitely bright colors. What are the small weird differences you notice between Canada and the US, like Z and Z and using the extra U's in spelling? Good question. I think the biggest thing is, I think, you know what, I'm not gonna answer that. I'm just gonna like censor myself on that question. Because I have a lot of thoughts on both sides where there's a lot of things like I don't believe in the Canadian niceness. I don't think that's true. I think, especially where I live, like me going out into the world, I'm like, I don't know, people were more polite in Los Angeles. But then it's like Los Angeles, like the American, like, you know, consumerism, the feel of like, what is the word? Not privilege, kind of privilege, but like the American, like, I am owed this is very true. But I also think Canadians have that too. Okay, again, I'm going to censor myself for that. I'm running out of time. Here we go. Have you ever had a pet? I had a fish named Freddie. It died. That was when I was a child. But I am allergic to cats, so I don't really have any... I couldn't ever get an animal, really. What did you think you would be doing for a living when you were a kid? Honestly, I always was an entertainer, and I always wanted to be, so that was my goal. And I continue to do that. In my own way. I mean, in a very commercialistic way now with social media, but you know, I would love to make little art things and be a weird artist, which I am, but like now I'm kind of having to fit into the mainstream in order to survive in 2025. So, okay, what is the scariest thing you have ever done? I once had to ride I was in an amusement park. I was in a commercial for an amusement park, and I had to ride a roller coaster like 20 times consecutively because I was in the shot behind the lead. And so that's the scariest thing I've ever had to do. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can upload a 20-minute video. I'm gonna keep going. And if I can't, The video will stop here, so I'm just gonna go, craft club, we're all gonna craft at Kevin's craft club. You will craft, and I will craft, and we'll all craft because it's craft club. And if I can, the video will keep going after this. Okay, let's see. Let me answer the rest of the question and see how long I can upload for now. Okay. Because then I can finish all the questions. See, I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. I don't have to deal with the time constraints. I used to be able to too. I remember I uploaded a whole movie that I made, like over an hour movie that I made. Okay. Do I feel frantic? Please say in the comments, do I feel more frantic than usual today? I can't decide what it is. I had food poisoning earlier in the week or late last week. I had really bad food poisoning, and I feel like my body and my brain is a little bit like frazzled still. Okay, let's continue with the question. If you could choose one talent to automatically be good at, what would it be? I think it would have to do with like specific technical things, like either like coloring or like mixing sound. Like I can do a lot of things, but I am not a technician. I don't know if this is so much artist, like a talent, but I do think it's a talent because like I could not mix the sound of my movie. I just couldn't, because I was like, I'm not gonna be good at this, so I had to get someone else to do it, and then it sounded good. Like it sounds good, but I can't do that. And it's the same with color, where like people are like, oh, you know, this color needs to be tweaked, or this color like with animation or whatever, and I can't see that. It makes no difference to me. I'm like, okay, if you think that's right. I'm like maybe a bigger picture person. I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none. But then like the specific like little things, like I would love to just know how to mix and hear sound properly and see color properly. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one's a joke because they were asking for for my mother's maiden name. and my passwords? You want my passwords? I have nothing to steal, so okay, let's see. What else do we have? Do we have any more questions? Maybe that was all the questions. I've still gone 2 or 3 minutes over at this point. Okay, here. Do you do wrist exercises before and throughout a crochet session? That's a good question because my wrists are hurting, and I have learned to limit myself to like stretch, to roll my wrists. I do this thing, I do this thing, I do the finger thing, I do the jazz hands. Jazz hands are really good. I am learning because I do want to continue and have longevity in this. I have seen other creators who have hurt themselves, etc., and I'm not there yet, but it's a little bit painful. So, you know, we're doing what we can here. Okay. Any more questions? Let's see. I'm answering them all, y'all, in this video, unless, you know, I can only still upload 15 minutes. Who knows? Forgot to say this. Do you have an Amazon wish list? I don't, because I actually don't even really shop on Amazon. My brother has an Amazon account. I am very anti-stuff, like I said, so I don't have a lot of stuff and I don't want a lot of stuff, but thank you. I would love gifts one day. Yeah, maybe now I'm like, oh, gifts. There is something fun about mail, right? Like we don't get mail anymore, like fun mail, like we get bills. But remember when we used to get like postcards? Dreamy. Okay, where are the stuffies? Have you considered making sweaters for them? Where are the stuffies? Like these two? These two? I think Honey Bear definitely needs a crochet thing because this has like a little button on it, so he's not so comfy sometimes. If you're asking why, if I've made stuffies, I've made little stuffies, but nothing too much. It's kind of not my favorite, but like I said, I think I'm going to start making more stuffies because the sweaters are really wearing on my wrists, my hand ankles. And I would really love to just have more content and not deal with that. Anyway, we continue going. Have you ever tried loom knitting? So I got my niece a little loom knitting kit. She has not showed me what she's made yet, which I think is rude. But I may ask her to show me how to do it because it did look fun and it looked like you could make a sweater from it. So let's see. I would love to hear more about the film festival process is from where you are now. Do they contact you or what? Judge it? Yes, they are currently judging it. So basically you finish your film and then some people don't even finish their film. They just do a work in progress. But I have completely finished my film. I have sent my film to several festivals. It depends how, because but mainly it's on this website called Film Freeway, and you upload the movie there, and then you submit to festivals on that. But South by Southwest has its own stuff, so you have to submit through that website. It's totally fine. It's totally easy. And then what happens, which is where I am now, is the judges, the programmers, they're all watching it and they're all seeing if they like it. And then the next step is you're either accepted or you're not. Hopefully if you get accepted, we'll see. But right now I'm still at the kind of submission stage because any screening will be in 2026. There will be no screenings in 2025 because I aimed it for 2026, and that's kind of how a lot of filmmakers do it because the main one is Sundance in January. So you want to have your film ready for January, but Sundance is also premiere only, so you cannot have screened it anywhere else. So you have to start with Sundance, or you just have no chance at Sundance. And I'm not saying I'm going to get into Sundance, but I was to give it a chance. I'm going to start there. That's what I did. And we'll see what happens. My last really successful short film got into 30% of the submissions, and I am planning to submit to about 100 plus film festivals. So it could come to a town near you. It could be screening at 30 film festivals next year or not. Who knows? Like I said, this is a film that's very experimental. It's done on my iPhone. It's very low budget and it's very conceptual. So people either will like it or they won't like it. And I can't do anything about that. It won't be in competition with any other film though, because I don't think there is another one-man movie musical out there, especially this year, that's about crochet. I could be wrong. Watch Bo and Yang have a one-man movie musical about crochet. And I'm just I give up on life. We are not in competition, Bo and Yang. We're very different, for very different people, very different careers. But I'm just saying. Let's see. Craft what gives you joy. Agreed. Let's see. Would it help if I keep playing older episodes in the background? Does that count for the watch hours? Absolutely. I think people are already doing that. So I think that's helpful. And if this is a 30-minute episode and you haven't tuned out by now because you were oh, Kevin has lost his mind more so than other weeks, but he can't even string together thoughts this week because he had such bad food poisoning that he has no liquids left in his body. But this episode would give me more views if it's twice as long, which is great. Okay, let's see. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What was the first thing you crocheted and do you still have it? Yes. The first thing I crocheted, it is a video on my social media. It was an elephant kit that I bought at the dollar store and then realized I needed to know how to crochet because I didn't know that. Those kits look like a kid could do them. I didn't know that you need to know how to crochet already. And so then I was I'm just gonna learn how to just crochet in a line. So I started to make a scarf and that's how I started. And I still have it. It's really bad, it's really wonky, and you can see the video maybe a year and a half ago, I think. I've been crocheting for only a year and a half. And that was the beginning. And you can see from then to the sweaters I'm making now. Big difference. But I'm unemployed and have a lot of time. Let's be honest. Okay. Yes. Again, like, if you watch multiple videos, I believe that counts. If somebody knows differently, let me know in the comments. But I think any watch, like, I think even my own watches count, but I can't tell. The thing is, I don't get commercials on my own videos. So if they're giving it to you, I wonder if they're tricking you or tricking me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's the last of the questions, except for this exclamation. You don't wear your crocheted stuff in public? That's a crime. I know. I'm going to be going to more yarn conventions, etc., and then I will wear it in public because I think that it is a crime. I don't know what stops me. I think it's because, here's the thing. Oops. Here's the thing. Imagine this. You're driving down the street. No, not you. Not you. Okay. Imagine this. Somebody's driving down the street. They're texting on their phone. They're swerving all over. They look to the side and there is an angry middle-aged gay man. He's depressed. He's angry. And he's like, what? You're texting? You're texting? You're just swerving all over the place? You're causing accidents? You're just texting? And then he's in this beautiful crochet sweater. Would that make it better or worse? I think it would be worse, personally. I think I should just leave the identifying things out of it. I wear very plain, I mean, you know, y'all like my t-shirts and stuff and little sweaters and stuff. I wear just clothes out in public, right? Because I think these things are like identifying and then people will be like, oh, this I don't want them to see beauty. I don't want to see the texting driver who's speeding and swerving all over the place to see my beauty, my work on the outside. That is not okay. The only people that get to see it are people that watch Craft Club. Craft Club. We're all gonna craft at Kevin's Craft Club. You will craft and I will craft and we'll all craft. We'll all craft. We'll all craft at Craft Club. We'll see you next week.